How are you today? Marci Johnston, Buffalo Woman. And I would like to give a demonstration on how to play my little cane flutes. I have the regular cane flute here, and I also have a walking cane. Most people want to know, well, how in the world do you play those? It looks kind of lengthy to play, but in time I will show you how it's played. I would like to go over some techniques on how to play, because that's very important to a lot of people that don't know, and hopefully I can be of some assistance if one watches this where I can't be there to show you personally. Maybe this will help out a great deal in order to do this very thing for you. First of all, I will let you hear the sound of the flute. This is a cane flute made by a friend of mine, Charlie and Jesse Montatello. They do a very good job. They use the Cherokee pattern. This is their design. It has no particular key. Most of them are F sharp, which is the sound of Mother Nature, as the fable tells us. So this is how it sounds. Okay, all you do is you put it up to your mouth like this, and you want to make sure that your fingertips are on all the holes. If they're slightly off the holes, it will squeak and sound pretty horrible. But if they are, some people have very tiny hands, like little ones, they would want to put their whole hand like this, which makes it simpler. And it's I do left over right, but you can do either way. Some people are lefties and they have to do the right opposite of what I do, which is still fine, just whatever's comfortable. You want all your fingers on. You have this little finger here, your thumbs down here and up here. So if you decide to let up all the holes, you're holding like this and you won't drop your flute, which is a very important thing, I would think. It'd be kind of embarrassing to all of a sudden it be in the middle and you lose your flute. So doing like this helps you to hold your flute. So this is a 5-hole flute. Most people have 6-hole flutes, but as a beginner, 5-hole is plenty. If you have a 6-hole flute, you'll have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What you will do is block off the third one, and you will have your 5-hole flute. And until you're ready, the extra hole is mostly for an octave higher or pentatonic. Most people play something different and they would like to have that extra hole to give them that extra sound. But as a beginner, 5 holes is plenty and it's very beautiful. That's what I use. I don't choose to use the 6th hole, not yet anyway. I get just as beautiful sound as anything else. So stick with the 5-hole as you are a beginner. Okay, so therefore you got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you got your holes covered to make this work for you. So when you blow into it, you get this sound. And then the scale is. And you can add some different little sounds like your ticking, your trilling, your vibrato. The vibrato was the one that I had a little trouble with at first. Well, what is vibrato? In a flute. I could do that in singing, but I didn't know about it in the flute until I got a acoustic amp and I could hear myself. Then I learned what vibrato is, which this is the vibrato. And then you just let off and have a little popping sound. Now, if you want to add a little flavor to that, you can do the ticking like tick 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 or t t t t t. You go like that. So when you're adding your vibrato and that, it's like this. And that's your ticking sound. Now you can do the trilling, which is kind of like making your tongue vibrate like that. It's kind of hard to do, but anyway, I will just demonstrate that one. So you just like that, and you're making it so you can go. And that's the way you do the trilling. Now you can, I call it my poofing, which is kind of funny, I know, but it's kind of like this. And then you can use your breath by like that. We have also the slide, where you slide your finger over the hole as you blow, like. You can also use your fingers and moving them up and down rapidly on whatever hole you like as you add the combination of trilling, poofing, or vibrato, and you can make up your own song by doing these movements. I hope that will help you kind of give you an idea on how to do this. So here we go. That's how gives you a little general idea on how to do it. First thing is to get your scale right by just blowing, relaxing, and eventually close your eyes, because if you sit there and watch yourself, you'll get off balance. But if you can get on the outside like I am here, and the birds are chirping, and you're just to your own, and you've got your fingering just right, which is eventually closing your eyes, you'll start feeling and learning how to create your own song, because my song is not your song, and your song could be way different than my song. But to know how to do the holes, how to do the trilling and the vibrato, kind of helps you create the way your song needs to be. Okay? Now I will show you my cane flute, which I call is my, actually my spirit stick, because it has also a great spirit within it as you play. Now this one is very different to hold. Most people think I have to do it this way, and they wonder, well, how in the world can you play one so long? But no, that's not how you play it. You have a 5-hole, as I say, 5-hole. And you have your left under to this side and your right over. See how comfortable that is? And then there's a little hole on that side right there, and you put your mouth to it like this, and then you blow. that's how you play the cane flute. Now, I would like to tell you how to take care of your flute. Now, the cane flutes are much easier to take out anywhere, camping, on a nice little trip, carry it in your vehicle. But do not, put it out in direct sun like in your rear view of your back window. Put it somewhere safe where no one can sit on it or step on it, or carry it beside you. And these you can take like baby oil, it has been suggested, and just rub it down all over to preserve the wood, okay? But do not put it on the inside of the holes, okay? Some use like olive oil, which tastes a little bit better if you have it near your mouthpiece, which is, this is your mouthpiece where you blow into it. But usually if you take care of it and not leave it out in the weather and all, it'll hold pretty well. But if you would like, you can, like I said, take a little and rub it on there really nice. Take your rag and buff it down, and that would help. But you can also put props a little oil right here and rub it down really well. But do not put any in there for it to drain down, because you have your bore, where mostly your music comes from is here. And you have what most call a bird that fits over this to give you your music. And sometimes this leather can get loose, and this will be loose and it'll slide down. If it slides down, your flute is dead. It won't play nothing. If it's too far up, it won't do anything. Now, the way that he makes his, he has a notch here that it fits perfectly into. So if you push it, if it's forward some and you push it back, then you're not going to have to worry about going too far, because it won't let you, okay? If this leather is not tight, even if this is in the right position here, if this is not tight, that will affect it also. So I'm going to give you a demonstration on how to do that. You untie it. And your leather is all the way off. Okay. And now there's your two pieces. This is very important. If you lose this, your flute's dead, unless you get somebody to carve you another one. Okay. This is how it looks here. You will notice that you have two holes on this. This is what makes your flute work. The way it's designed, it has the bar in between. So this little piece has to go down here on top of the hole on your left. The right hole stays open, and like I said, this has got a little notch right up here, so this will slide perfectly, so you don't have to guess at it, okay? So when you got it like that, you take your finger and you hold it like this, and then you take your leather, even it out, bring it onto your piece. Take your other finger to hold the leather on to get it just like you want it. Okay? And then you wrap it a number of times. And that's holding your piece down. And then you might want to switch hands so you can bring the other piece so you can even it out. Okay? So you have it like this, okay? And then you turn it over and you tie it as tight as you can without breaking your string, okay? And this should not move. If this is still moving when you tie it, you haven't tightened it enough. So you need to make sure that way. Most of the time you're not going to have to worry about it slipping on you. But over time, the leather does stretch from moisture, whatever, it will stretch and it will come loose every now and then. So this should secure it. Let's check and see if that worked for us. Okay. So I might want to tighten it some more. Make sure I have a good sound. So you see, we have it tightened the way it needs to be tightened. You're all ready to go again. So remember, if this little piece gets loose and it slides down, and when you blow into this and you're not getting any sound out of it, that means this little piece of wood right here, which most call them the bird, if it's got a carved bird or whatever, if this is slid down, it won't play. So therefore you got to push it back to that little notch, which it won't go any further. That will help you not overdo. On other flutes, you got to kind of actually know where to go on your cedar or your walnut flutes. But for this one, basically that's kind of a real self-help for you. And just make sure your leather is good and tight, so this will stay down tight where you get an awesome sound for you on that. In some flutes, when you get a lot of moisture, that's okay, for instance, you live where it's very cold and this has been outside, you want it to warm up first because your breath is much hotter than the flute is. So when you blow into it, you'll get a lot of moisture buildup in there and it will sound horrible. With your cedar flutes and your other type woods, if that happens, you can take the chance of breaking the bar that's in there and messing your fipple area up, and you have totally killed your flute. It will not ever play unless you find a flute maker that can redo that for you, possibly. But the good thing about the cane flutes, they're a little more hardier and less trouble to worry about. But in any case, if you play it a whole lot and it's starting to kind of squeak and stuff on you, you can put your hand right here in front of the hole like this and then just blow, and that would blow the moisture out. You would do that on the other types flutes, and you will actually feel the moisture on your fingers when you do that. It really helps. Some of them tell you just to hold it and sling it like this, but you know, you want to be sure you're outside or something, not on somebody's nice floor, because they may not like that moisture on their floor. But in any case, like I said, these little cane flutes, they're reasonable, they're not very expensive, but they have an awesome concert sound tuned to them. I love them. That's the reason that I decided to sell them for Charlie and Jesse. They're a sweet family. They have 3 children, and this kind of helps them out as well. And their gift is great, and I like to share their gift because it is great. On the walking cane flute, you do the same thing with it. It's got the same leather tie, the same little chip here, which you call the bird, and this is your fipple area. You want to leave this hole open, as you see here. And like I said, if this leather gets loose and this slips down, this one won't play either. But the difference between this one and this one is that you've got a different way to blow into it, which is, you will see the little hole here. That's the hole that you blow into. It doesn't take a great deal of wind on these because he's done them so well that it takes, if you blow too hard, you might get some harshness. If you just take it easy and just let your song be sung, you will play a very beautiful song on these. As again, I will show you again. On these, you want to get your arms just so. You want to put your hands over your holes, bring your left under here like this, which makes this comfortable. You can kind of point your elbows out to give you pit comfort. Bring it to the mouth like this, and I will put the mic on it so you can hear it better. Like this. They say my name is Marci Johnston, Buffalo Woman. You can go to BuffaloWomanFluteMusic.com, to my website, to find out a little bit more if you like. But I'm hoping that this gives you a little bit light on how to play these flutes, and as I always do, give a little tapestry so one can learn. You will see that the black holes on the tapestry is where your fingers are, and when you see just solid white, means fingers off. So until then, I want to thank you for your time and hope that what I have showed you will be a great help to you in letting someone hear the song that you have to share with them that's within your heart. Yakuki.